Welcome to the Raul Villacis experience. Today we're going to talk about how to give it all your excuses. Because if a 12-year-old kid could show you how to go to the next level, there are no excuses for you or me to take our lives to the next level. This is the Raul Villacis experience. Learn what it takes to go to the next level. So before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to continue to bring you more insights of how to go to the next level here at the Raul Villacis experience. So I'm going to talk to you about a leadership summit that I had this year. So every 6 months, my clients and I will get together. We call it like the family reunion / the leadership summit. This is a chance for us to get together. 80% of my clients are running multi-million-dollar companies. The other 20%, they're learning how to run a multi-million-dollar company. So we get together every 6 months and we talk about leadership. We talk about how to lead our community, how to lead our company, how to lead our family. And this episode, I'm going to talk about how my 12-year-old son was able to rock this stage at a moment's notice. So now my son has been doing videos for the past, 2 years, 3 years. And if you follow him, his name is @KidInfluence. He's on Instagram. He's @KidInfluence also in YouTube. So he's not shy. He's not shy, but he didn't always start that way. You know, like I said before in my previous episodes, that I paid him $10 per video. $10 per video, and little by little he was able to master his craft. But one thing that I taught him, and we play this game all the time, is the framing game. I'll give him a topic and he will give me insights on that topic. And we constantly talk about, competing with each other. So I'll tell him, okay, tell me something about this speaker. And then he will say, well, the speaker has sound and from the sound comes liveness. And from the liveness, comes the energy that comes through the speaker. So we're constantly making sure that our imagination and our creativity could enhance our communication skills. That's the reason I'm able to do what I do, because I don't have a script. I don't have a script in front of me. I just go with the flow, with the feeling, with the content, because I have frames in my mind. So how I was able to teach my son to create frames is a simple method I'm going to share with you right now. Number one is have that intention. What's the intention? Whenever you have a speech, whenever you want to give a speech or you have something to say, just make sure that your intention is real, that you have the intention to serve, the intention to bring value, the intention to just communicate your information. The second thing is get clear about your point. Make sure you have a point. A lot of people just ramble and they just talk and they don't go straight to the point. So if you have the intention and then you're clear about your point, the third thing is don't worry if you mess up. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Don't worry about saying the right thing. Because at the moment that worry and fear gets into your mind, you're going to start mumbling and you're going to stumble and then you're going to freeze, and all of a sudden you're going to look at people and it's going to feel like they're judging you, and that's when you're going to get stuck. So I've taught my son these 3 things, and in this video you're going to see, on this audio you're going to hear the power of practice. Because my son and I, we practice all the time and we play these games all the time, and we're constantly communicating with each other to see how we could sharpen our sword. How can we continue to bring more content? How can we continue to become better at what we do? But this moment blew me away. It was one of the most proudest moments of my life when I heard my son speak at a drop of a notice. He came backstage and said, "Dad, you want me to go on stage? You want to speak?" And I said, "Yeah." We had about 100 men in the room, and these guys are not average men. I mean, the guys who come to my leadership summit, these guys are not average men. These guys are CEOs and leaders in companies. So I told him, I said, "Are you sure you want to bring it?" Like, I give him an option. I don't want to pressure him. He said, "Dad, I'm ready. I'm ready to bring it." So I introduced him in the stage, and he came into the stage and he rocked it. And I was proud to see the fruits of our labor. So enjoy this video, enjoy this content, because if this 12-year-old kid could do it, you and I have no excuses to overcome our fears. Our fears of speaking in public, our fears of starting a business, whatever fear you have, right now there's somebody out there that has overcome that fear. And if that somebody and that person is a 12-year-old kid, it's taking all the excuses away from you to overcome your fear. Enjoy.
I was just saying to my dad, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to speak about, I don't know what to do this. But as I was going in the back and listening to Mark, because that's the only one I could make it to. Sorry guys, I had school. But as I was doing that, I was realizing, like, wow, these people have gone through a lot of things. All these things that they've gone through have been hard for them, and they've had heartbreaking things from it. And one of the things that I've had that I looked from it, that I never thought it would be a struggle for me, but it did over the past few years. And one of the things was that I developed asthma. When I was a baby, I didn't know about this, that I had a bunch of things. I had something called like laryngitis or something like that. I don't know what the heck it is. But something like that does asthma stuff. And I couldn't breathe. So every time I'd be like in a nebulizer, and I'd be like, oh, it's just water, you know? I don't really care. I didn't understand it. And then I would keep understanding it. And I would go gym. And when I go to gym, I get very competitive. I'm a very competitive guy. And I would always go all in every single day. Going to gym, I would just burst my heart. I would try to win the game, and I would win the game. But at the end, I was like, and I would not understand why I'm doing that. And all the other kids were fine. And then I started to ask questions to my parents. I was like, how come I can't do a lot of stuff that I want to? And then they explained about why I've had asthma, why I need an inhaler, all that stuff. And that was a pain for me because I love gym. I love to do sports. And I never know this was going to make a difference in my life. So, and then I did a lot of stuff. And then we went to Russell Brunson's event. And this is where I got a little deeper. This is where I finally understood about what everything was happening, the effects, and why I did this. So, and then me and my dad, we had a long breakfast. It was like an hour, something like that. Not usually what we have. Usually get there, just eat breakfast, and get out of there. But then we were talking about my asthma. And with that, I was always questioning it. I was asking my parents about it. And we were getting into deep conversations. I'm like, Dad, why do I have this? It's like why did God curse me with this? I was like, this is like a curse for me. Like, I love to do sports. But and then my dad's like, because it's the curse and the gift. And then I was like, but I love doing sports. I love this. But then I was like saying that this is something that I needed to overcome. And that this was going to not let me do anything. I couldn't let this be like a block. I had to go through it. I had some way to go under it, to go above it anyway. But I had to figure it out and had to get my mindset right. And before this, I didn't even know it, but I was going over it. Every day I would climb over it. But there were so many blocks. But then I understood what the block was. And it was just me. I was the block, and I was blocking myself, and this thing was blocking me. But and then I came to go that I did everything that I wanted to. Until this day, I still have asthma. But I do everything that I want to. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. I did sports. I joined the basketball game. And I was just so excited about everything that I did. But then I understood that I needed this. I needed this because now I know that I love to do the sports. I love to do gym. I love to do karate. But without this, I wouldn't realize it. And without that, every time I could understand, and I go and I strive to get rid of that because that's just a block. That's just a mental thing. And so I get over it, and I do different techniques to help me get rid of it. And one of the things that I did was that I just didn't think about it too much. So when I thought about it too much, I got stressed out of it. And I got stressed, and then I got sick. And one of the things that happened with me is that I remember with stress, that was always one thing that hurt me so much. And I got very sick one day. Very, very sick. I was approaching midterms, and that's the hardest time of the year. Stressing over, we have a month, and I'm like, yeah, I'll study 2 weeks from that. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry, guys. And then I approached it 2 weeks, and I'm freaking out. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then 2 days till midterms. And I remember writing it down in my journal. And that I created these bumps on my skin. And I was like, how come this is? And then we went to a naturopath, and I was listening about what he was talking about. He was talking gibberish to me. But I understood one thing, that I created that from stress. And I was like, how? I could do that to myself. I understood about all the good things that I could do myself, but I didn't understand all the bad things that I could. But it was just because of my mental. It was just because I thought about it too much. I was thinking about it, and I never did something about it. I was stressing over it, and that created a sickness. And I remember I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm like, I can't die this early. Like, I just can't. There's so much to live for. But and then it started going away easily, and the doctors couldn't even like explain what was happening. He said it was stress, but and then he gave me natural remedies, but it wasn't working. And I was like, how come this is happening? But and then I started to just relieve my pain. After midterms, suddenly it started disappearing slowly and slowly. And then after midterms, it just went away. And I was just so surprised how I can do that to myself. That sometimes we're a block, and that we can't. We're like, oh my gosh, this is my enemy. But that's just yourself, that you're not focusing on the goal. You're focusing on all these things that are avoiding you, but it's just an illusion in your mind. It's just an illusion that you can go through it, but you're not willing to go through it. You're seeing it, it's so scary, and you just don't want to even touch it, but if you touch it, you can go through it, because it's in your mind. And who's in control of your mind? You, not somebody else. You are in controller of your mind. And one of the things that I got from my asthma is that I can do whatever I put my mind to. I'm a black belt in karate, and I couldn't be there, and I would have asthma struggles. I would go and have my inhaler, and I have to go with my inhaler to gym. And today actually, I had an hour and 30 minutes of gym. And I usually don't do that a lot, like sip breaks. But and then today I just went all in. And then something happened, is that I started to understand it, and it started going away, and I didn't have as much asthma today. And I was like, how come is that? It's because now I started to go through the pain. Now I understood the pain. Now I know how to take care of it. And with that, I can also prevent it. So what the cool things about it is that I can go through it through myself. My parents have helped me, but without them, it's like, oh yes, you can do it. But I'm like, I can't do it because I don't think I can do it. So then they can't help me if I don't think so. And what I was just actually talking about this in my after-school programs that I have at my school, that I was saying that you have to give value to others. But how are you going to give value to others if you don't know that you're worth? If you give somebody $1, but how can you give somebody $1 if you don't have any money? Because you have to have value in yourself before giving values to others. If you're just like, you guys can do it, and then it's like, do you believe in yourself? No, but I think you can do it. That doesn't make any sense, because when they start asking you questions, you're like, I don't know how to answer those, man. But it's just because you have value in yourself that you can answer all these questions, that you can help them. But not until you find the true value in yourselves and find the success within yourselves, because success is different for others. But you have to find your value before you do all this successful stuff.
Give my hand, guys. Give my hand. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed my son's presentation. And don't forget to follow him at @KidInfluence in Instagram, at @KidInfluence in YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe here on this channel, leave a comment, and share this video, because this is how we know that this is working. Share your comments, share your insights, ask questions to make sure that we address those questions and those insights in the next video. Until next time, thank you for watching the Raul Villacis Experience. Learn it, live it, experience it, love life.